morning, everyone. Welcome back to World Class Inventors. This is video number 40 in the series. And today I'm going to be closing out the topic of provisional patents. So this is going to be a video walkthrough on the internet of how to actually file for a provisional patent application. I'm going to show you the microentity form, which is the SB 15A. That's for people who make under $212,000 a year, and you qualify for the lowest filing fee that the patent office offers. The other form that has to be filled out, regardless of income, is the SB 16. And that is the cover page, as they call it. It's a two-pager. So I'm going to show you those 2 pages, where to find them, how to fill them out, what they look like filled out. And then I'm going to show you the uploading process. I'm going to show you my specification for a provisional patent that I filed a while back, the drawings that were involved, and any of the other details. And we'll go all the way to the point where we're going to pay for this, except I'm not going to check out because I don't want to upload the file completely. And this is for anybody who is a non-registered filer. You do not have to be a registered filer to file a provisional patent. What you need to do is to establish a My USPTO account. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let's get off this little iPhone and let's head over to the computer, and we'll pick it up from there, and I'll do the walkthrough as best as I can and hopefully eliminate all of your questions. So I'll see you over there. For our last run on how to file a provisional patent application, I would suggest that you have 2 machines going, one playing my video where you can stop it, and another one where you can actually file this thing. So you just type in USPTO, and this pops up, and here we go. First thing I want to say is you're looking for this header right here. And it will say patents, trademarks, IP, learning, and resources. Please ignore these dumb pictures they put up. If you're looking for the same picture to repeat itself a month later, they'll change it. And then you're going to say to yourself, I'm on the wrong site. I've gotten that question a million times. Disregard the picture. Here's what you want to do. You want to hit patents. And this box opens up by default. You don't want this box. What you want to do is you want to come to patents, turns green, hit it, and then it turns into this blue screen. But you have to bring your cursor off of the side, and this is the box we're going to work out of. We're going to apply for a patent. I'm going to do it manually for you as if I was an unregistered filer, and you can do it too. It has the filing fees and payments. You don't need any of this. I'm going to take you to the forms page, but I'm also going to show you how to find the forms without going to the forms page. Let's try it anyway. So we hit forms. This page pops up. It's got every form that the patent office has. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to fees. And we're going to hit this. It says certification of microentity status, gross income basis. The SB 15B is for nonprofits such as schools and universities. That's a misnomer. See how it says it down here? You don't want the SB 15, you want the SB 15A. So if we hit that, this form fill comes up. You can fill it out, and then you can download it or print it. If you print it and your printer has a scanner and you want to sign it manually down here, as I did, you can then upload it or scan it back into your computer and do it that way. Or you can just download it to your computer and sign it electronically by doing a /. Let's take a look at this. There is no application control number. You're the first named inventor. You don't have a patent number. That's not applicable. Title of the invention is, give it your best name that you're going to follow through when you file the non-provisional. Your signature, your name, your telephone number. You don't have a registration number. That's for a patent attorney or a patent agent, so you disregard that. So, under fees, if you make under $212,253, you can get the deepest discount PTO is now offering, which is $60 for this. If you make over the $212,000, you're just going to be paying $120 as a small entity, and it's no great shakes, but that's how it breaks down. So if you wanted to find the provisional patent cover sheet, you scroll down to the P's and you go past power of attorney and change, and right here it has provisional patent application. Everybody must fill this out regardless of how much money you make. They want you to fill this out. This is your application cover sheet. So let's click on it. And guess what? It won't load. And it hasn't loaded for several months. You would think they would fix it, but they haven't. So don't despair. Don't freak out. Hit this, and we're going to go to this. You just type in USPTO SB16, and this will load. It's a backdoor way of getting it. Nonetheless, type in the cover sheet that you want, SB16. Here's where you would put in your name and any other co-inventors' names here. And they make preparation for you to file another sheet. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inventors is not enough, there's more. Put in the best title of your invention you can. You're not going to hit this at all because you don't have the 6-digit correspondence number. That only applies to registered users. I'm a registered user. It means that I can communicate back and forth with the PTO, but there is no need for you to ever communicate with the PTO regarding a provisional patent application because they aren't going to talk to you about it. So you hit this individual name just for kicks. And then you're off to the races. Your address, your city, your county, your state, your telephone, your email. It's all self-explanatory. Here's what's not self-explanatory, and it's a rotten shame. It took me a long time to figure this out, but just follow what I'm going to show you. This is an application data sheet, so you check that. You do have drawings, don't you? If you do, put in the number of sheets. Maybe you have 4 sheets. Maybe you have 1. You're going to hit specification. How many pages? How many pages is your entire specification? Well, however many pages, let's put down 12 for you. You're not going to put in CDs because this indicates that you're doing this form here manually. You're not doing that. But I hit other. Watch. Photos, screenshots, images. No videos. They only want stills. This form goes back to the point in time that they were charging $84. Now it's $60. Look how old it is. They don't even revise this stuff. Applicant asserts small entity status. You're not small entity, or it would be $120. So you don't check that. You hit this one, micro entity, and I'll help you do this. Micro entity as of this video is $60. It's come down from 84 to 74 to 70. Now it's 60. You're not checking this because it means that this is a hard copy. This means it's a hard copy. This means it's a hard copy. You don't have an account number. All as you do is check off this box. Okay? Come down here. You're not with the U.S. government, so you just hit no here. Okay? Disregard that. Your signature electronically looks like that, and then your name. Can't even spell. Your date, your printed name. You have no registration number because you're not licensed to practice in front of the USPTO. This is where a lawyer or a patent agent would put in their registration number. You don't do that. Just put in your telephone, your best telephone. They're never going to call you. And then don't put in a docket number because you don't have one. And the rest is a boilerplate. This is an affidavit. So fill it out and fill it out the way they want it and fill it out honestly. So we're going to click out of that and we're going to go back and we're going to apply for this patent. So we hit apply for patent. And now we land on file online. See how it's black up here? It says file online. Disregard everything. Of course it's ESF web. It just means that it is the filing system for the web. You don't open the patent center. You don't sign in with the government account because you don't have a registered number. And you don't hit this one either. You can hit either this one or this one, and it will take you to the same place. So let's just do this. Open ESF Web unregistered, and bingo, it opens up, but this is checked because they know I'm a registered filer, see? So I click back, and we're going to go in this way. Stay on this page and follow my lead. I have to do this for you manually, or we'll never get to where we want to go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, at, I have 2 little grandchildren, I'm always singing to them. This is a fictitious email account, but guess what? As long as it has .com, it will take it. Make sure you give them the proper email address. This is a new application. Now, it sends you to this box. Where does it say provisional? You would think they would have provisional down here, but they don't. And that's why you need somebody to act as a guide to show you how to do this. It's right here. You would lose your mind trying to find this. You're not existing. You hit continue. Use the best name that you think you're going to follow through with when you file the non-provisional. Here's my fictitious title, dog toy. There is no attorney docket number. You don't have one. Now they want the meat and potatoes all over again. Make sure you use your middle name. See how it defaults with customer number? If I put in the 6-digit customer number, I would be off to the races, but I'm not off to the races. I'm doing this for you. So we're going to do this by correspondence address. You'd never be able to figure this out. This took me hours, believe me, when I first did this. A little bit of repetition doesn't hurt. Now, if you think this is the long way around the mountain, you would be right, but I have to do it this way, or I'm not going to show you how to upload your files. And you would think the United States would be up here, but they've gone politically correct, and they've gone totally alphabetical, and the United States is buried at the bottom, even though this is the USPTO. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, we're done. Now watch. Dog toy, name, very important. It says customer number or address. Your customer number would show up here if you filled out the 3 pages to be a registered filer, but you're not. So you go by your address, your phone number, the last email that you typed in, and this is provisional. Make sure it says provisional or you are going to get screwed. You are going to get the wrong fee schedule and everything else, and you won't be able to upload the proper files. So now, we're in the file uploading section right here. This is how I like to do it, and I think it simplifies it. View all categories, and we go to entity status correspondence. Now, how would you know what that meant unless you've done this before? But follow my lead. Entity status. We hit that. We come over here. And we hit micro entity status based on the gross income. Now, education basis, they want to know if you went to college, they want to know if you're a PhD or that you're a CPA or a lawyer. No, this is for nonprofits. This is for you should you fall under the $212,000 threshold. So now we have this figured out, and we must choose a file. And when we do that, have your files in a readily available file folder where you can click on the file and open it. But before I do that, I want to show you something. Choose a file. If I hit properties, it shows you that the name of this file is SB15A Micro, okay? This has to be a run-on. If you have any separations in here, anything other than an underscore, that's what it will accept, or a run-on, it will not take your file, and you will lose your mind figuring out why it won't take it. Make sure that your files read like this, a run-on, no separations. So we hit OK. I'm going to open this, and it took this file, and we're going to add another one. Notice how this wants to open again by default, but we're done with entity status. We're moving ahead, and we're going to go on with application part. Please ignore the rest of these things. You're going to get lost about general transmittal, view all categories, priority documents. This pertains to other matters. You just want the application part. So you click this box and you hit not the oath. You want this one. But let me teach you something while we got this open. If we were filing a non-provisional, you have to upload separate files for your abstract, your application data sheet, your claims, your drawings in black and white, your oath, and your specification. But since this is just a simple provisional patent application, we are just going to do the cover sheet for right now, the SB16, okay? Choose a file, and we run down. I had my files ready for you guys, and I hit this. So now we're done with the boilerplate stuff that the patent office wants for this. We're going to get the deepest discount on our fee because we filed the SB15A. We had to file this. Everybody has to file a cover sheet. And in this case, we're filing the provisional cover sheet, which is the SB16, because we're only filing for a provisional. And so now it says add a file. We're going to come down to application part again. That opens by default. Yes, we do want that. And this time, we want specification. For all of my friends out there in other countries and other worlds and not speaking English, you can hit this and then you can hit this later, okay? I don't know what this does. You can probably put in your tongue right here. I'm not even gonna hit that. I'm gonna get lost myself. So let's just hit specification. This is what your provisional patent is embodying right here, okay? Your specification. Choose a file. I have my files ready for you guys, as I said, and I hit specification, and bingo. I'm done. I make under 212,000. I have the cover sheet, which is mandatory. I have the specification, which is mandatory. If I wanted to get crazy, I could add another file. But I don't have one. So if you add another file request by accident, just come over here and just hit delete. See how it deleted it? Now here's where we're going to find out if we did everything right. Hit upload and validate. It's going to upload and validate your files. Very, very important, please. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Because this is going to be the cover of my YouTube thumbnail. No errors is this. They haven't changed the algorithm, and the people in the back office, the patent office, haven't straightened this out. But this yellow triangle appears all the time with me. Doesn't mean it's not going to take my file, because actually it's going to. The only time it's not is if you get this red triangle. If you get this red triangle, you have to come up here and you have to go back to attach documents, see the one that got the red triangle, delete it, and upload a new one. If it gives you a red triangle, perhaps you got a red triangle because you put spaces in here on your file. It won't take it. It will kick you out every time. That'll take you hours to figure out as well. So don't worry if you have the yellow triangle. It's fine. The red triangle is red triangle of death. The blue diamond is what you want. So that's the way this page looks. Hit continue. 24 pages. It included my drawings and everything in there and my yada yada. So let's look and see what these things look like. This is my SB 16. Check yours out before moving ahead. This is my cover sheet. It took that back at the time I did that. It was back in 2019 and it was $70. My specification, which I do want to share with you, and I'm going to blow through it. I put everything in it. I put the cover sheet. I put the micro entity status sheet. My specification, which I believe was 20-something pages. I'm just scrolling really fast. You can look up my YouTube video on how to file a provisional patent application, and I go through it cursorily, but I go through it. Here's my drawings. I just want to draw your attention to something. The drawings don't have to be perfect. Just cursory. They want a 1-inch border around this whole thing. That's all. Look how rudimentary. That's all you got to do. Okay? It's all in one file. I put it in one handy spot in case I ever had to review it or in case I got into a dispute. So review your files before going further. Now hit continue. Now we're going to get to the money page. Watch what I'm going to show you here. It's very important. Hit this. Hit the micro entity status should you be able to do that since you qualify. And when you do that, the page changes and it says the amount, 60. Hit this. Now you're okay. You don't have to fill in any of these money things. You don't have to hit calculate. Don't hit clear. Just make sure you hit this first. This now is a $60 fee. Hit continue. Dog toy. Everything is good here. Here's my files. I got a warning, but I'm telling you it's fine. This file pops up automatically. Don't be going looking for the SB06. That was the back page where they calculated your fee. So don't look for the fee worksheet. They did it. They added this on purpose. So we're going to go and submit this. And watch. It generates an application number, a confirmation number, and an electronic ID. All it is an electronic ID for the USPTO. Do not confuse this number with the 6-digit customer number. That's a whole different operation. That's a whole different subject, and I have a video on it, but you do not need to correspond with the USPTO over a provisional patent because this is just stored in a machine. There's nobody going to read it. Nobody's going to refute it. The only time that you're going to ever need it is if you got in a dispute, whether you filed your non-provisional off of this within the 365-day window of opportunity to get a priority date. Notice how it says $60? That's what you want it to say. If it comes out 64, you hit the wrong button and you actually mix-match this application with a non-provisional application fee. So you got to go back and redo it and make sure it comes out 60 if you're a micro entity. Do not hit this. You got to strike while the iron is hot. If it says $60 and you're happy with your files, hit yes, I want to pay now. Again, I'm registered. I can submit this application as a dog toy, even though it's for a tangle-free flag that I filed 4 years ago. Here's the fee code. And what you want to do now is payment method. You want to come down here. And this basically says that you want to file with your credit card. Sign in, have your credit card ready. You're a signed in user, you're not a guest, and you're off to the races, okay? Credit card payment outage. I love this. This is the United States government. I love it. But anyway, this is where you are. So guess what? I'm going to hit this. Never took it because if you don't pay, your application automatically gets abandoned. So don't worry about that. If you don't pay, it drops it and you can't pick it up again. You have to go through the entire rigmarole again. So here it is. And here it is. And then the rest, you follow my video. So that clears up a lot of things. If you can have two machines going at once, one to listen to me and stop it and pause it, and one to fill it out, the better off you will be. It is not straightforward. There's no way in knowing what I just showed you unless you've done it or spent hours trying to figure it out. And believe me, I have spent hours. And I ain't the brightest bulb in the box, but this is by no means intuitive. So I will see you in the next video. May God bless each and every one of you. This ends provisional patent applications forever. I'm not going back on it. We're going to move ahead and we're going to go on to bigger and better things. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.